Have you ever pushed yourself up from your favorite armchair and thought, that felt a little harder than it used to? Or maybe you've noticed a subtle hesitation before tackling a flight of stairs, a feeling that your legs just aren't quite as reliable as they once were. It's easy, almost natural to chalk these moments up to simply getting older. But what if I told you there might be something else at play? Something hiding in plain sight, perhaps even in that little bottle of pills you take each morning, believing you're doing the best for your health? Hello, and a very warm welcome to Elderly Stories. I'm your host, and here we explore the journey of aging with honesty, expertise, and a focus on living well. We share stories, insights, and practical advice to help you navigate the golden years with strength and confidence. Today, we're diving into a topic that might surprise you, but it's crucial for maintaining mobility and independence: the potential hidden dangers in some common vitamins. Could the very supplements intended to support your health be inadvertently contributing to leg weakness? We'll explore 3 specific vitamins that warrant a closer look. If you find value in discussions like this, designed specifically for our vibrant senior community, please consider showing your support by liking this video and subscribing to Elderly Stories. It truly helps us continue creating content that matters. Now let's get started. Our leg strength is fundamental. It's more than just the ability to walk, it's the foundation of our independence. It allows us to navigate our homes safely, run errands, visit loved ones, pursue hobbies, and simply engage with the world around us. When our legs feel strong and steady, we feel more confident, more capable, and more in control. Conversely, experiencing leg weakness, fatigue, or balance issues can be deeply unsettling. It can lead to a fear of falling, reduced activity levels, and a gradual shrinking of our world. As we mentioned, it's common to attribute these changes solely to the aging process. And while age certainly plays a role, it's not always the only factor. Today, we're shining a light on a less discussed contributor: the potential overuse of certain vitamin supplements. While vitamins are essential nutrients, the modern supplement landscape can be confusing. High doses, often marketed with appealing promises, aren't always beneficial, and in some cases they can be detrimental, particularly for older adults whose bodies process nutrients differently than when they were younger. We're going to examine 3 vitamins specifically: vitamin E, vitamin A, and vitamin B6, not to demonize them, but to understand how too much can potentially undermine the very strength and stability we rely on in our legs. Vitamin E, the silent muscle weakener. Let's begin with vitamin E. For decades, it's been hailed as a powerful antioxidant, beneficial for heart health, skin vitality, and even slowing down aging. You'll find it prominently featured in multivitamins, standalone supplements, anti-aging formulas, and skincare products. Many seniors incorporate it into their daily regimen, believing it's a harmless, helpful nutrient. And in appropriate amounts, obtained primarily through food, vitamin E is beneficial. The concern arises with high-dose supplementation, especially over long periods. Why? Because vitamin E is fat-soluble. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, like C or B vitamins, which your body typically flushes out if you take too much, fat-soluble vitamins get stored in your body's fat tissues and liver. This means they can accumulate over time. If you're consistently taking high-dose vitamin E supplements, perhaps without even realizing the total amount, if it's present in multiple products you use, these levels can potentially reach a point where they interfere with normal bodily functions. One key area of concern is neuromuscular function. This refers to the complex communication system between your nerves and your muscles. Excessive vitamin E has been suggested in some research to potentially disrupt these signals. Imagine the electrical wiring in your house flickering. The connection isn't as strong or reliable as it should be. Similarly, if the nerve signals telling your leg muscles to contract and relax are slightly impaired, the result can be a feeling of weakness or reduced control. For older adults who may already be experiencing some natural age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, this added interference can become particularly problematic. The symptoms are often subtle and insidious, creeping up gradually, finding it takes a bit more effort to stand up from a seated position, noticing your legs tire more quickly during walks or routine activities, feeling slightly less steady on your feet, perhaps catching yourself off balance more often. Experiencing muscle fatigue, especially in the larger muscles of the legs and hips. Because these changes happen slowly, it's incredibly easy to dismiss them. I must have overdone it yesterday, or I'm just not as young as I used to be. While partially true, it's crucial to consider if excessive vitamin E supplementation could be an underlying or contributing factor. Another point to consider, vitamin E also has blood-thinning properties. While this can be beneficial in some contexts, if you are already taking prescription blood-thinning medication, like warfarin and Coumadin, or newer anticoagulants, high doses of vitamin E can potentially amplify this effect. This increases the risk of bruising easily, or more seriously, could complicate matters in the event of a fall, potentially leading to more significant bleeding. What's the safer approach to vitamin E? The good news is that severe toxicity from vitamin E is relatively uncommon, but the potential for subtle negative effects on muscle function warrants caution with high-dose pills. Your body is designed to get vitamin E from food, where it's naturally balanced with other nutrients. Excellent dietary sources include sunflower seeds and oil, almonds and hazelnuts, peanuts and peanut butter, spinach and broccoli, avocado. Focusing on incorporating these whole foods into your diet is generally a much safer and more effective way to ensure you get adequate vitamin E without the risk of overload associated with the high-dose supplements. Actionable step. Take a close look at all your supplements. Read the labels carefully. Is vitamin E listed? In what amount, usually measured in IU or mg? Is it present in your multivitamin, your eye health formula, your skin supplement? Add up the total daily dosage. Compare this to the recommended dietary allowance, ORDA, which is generally around 15 millimoles or 22.4 IU for adults. Many supplements contain significantly higher amounts. Crucially, discuss your vitamin E intake with your doctor or a registered dietitian. Bring your supplement bottles with you. Be honest about everything you take. Ask them if the dosage is appropriate for your individual health status, age, and any other medications you might be on. They can help you determine if you truly need a supplement or if dietary sources are sufficient. We're curious about your experience, as sharing helps us all learn. In the comments below, please type a number. Type 1 if you currently take a multivitamin or specific vitamin E supplement. Type 2 if you primarily focus on getting vitamins through your diet. Type 3 if you're now planning to review your supplement labels more closely after hearing this. Your feedback is valuable to the Elderly Stories community. Part 3, Vitamin A, the bone and muscle drainer. Next, let's discuss vitamin A. Like vitamin E, it's renowned for its benefits, particularly for vision health. Think carrots, immune function, and skin integrity. It's commonly found in multivitamins, fortified foods like cereals and milk, and traditional supplements such as cod liver oil. Again, vitamin A is essential for health, but also like vitamin E, it is fat-soluble. This means excess amounts are stored in the body, primarily the liver, and can build up over time, potentially leading to toxicity, known as hypervitaminosis A. As we age, our bodies undergo changes. Liver function might become slightly less efficient, bone density naturally tends to decrease, osteopenia or osteoporosis, and muscle mass can decline. These age-related shifts mean our tolerance for excess nutrients can diminish. What might have been fine decades ago could pose a risk now. One of the most significant concerns with chronically high vitamin A intake, especially from supplements, often in the form of preformed vitamin A or retinol, is its potential impact on bone health. Multiple studies have suggested a link between high levels of retinol intake and an increased risk of bone fractures, particularly hip fractures, in older adults. It appears that excessive vitamin A may interfere with the activity of bone cells, potentially accelerating bone loss or making bones more brittle. For someone already managing osteoporosis or concerned about falls, this is a critical consideration. A seemingly minor slip or stumble could have much more severe consequences if bone integrity is compromised. Beyond the bones, excess vitamin A might also play a role in muscle discomfort and fatigue. Some individuals with high vitamin A levels report symptoms like a persistent ache or feeling of heaviness in the muscles, particularly the thighs and hips, increased fatigue during or after physical activity like walking, general muscle weakness, that doesn't seem to have another obvious cause. These symptoms, much like those potentially linked to vitamin E, are easily attributed to just getting older. You might find yourself subconsciously avoiding stairs or longer walks, not necessarily out of pain, but because your legs just feel heavy, tired, or less capable. Sources and safer forms. The risk primarily comes from preformed vitamin A, retinol, which is the active form found in animal products like liver, dairy, fish oils, and many supplements. It's also important to be aware of cumulative intake. If you take a multivitamin with vitamin A, perhaps also use cod liver oil, eat fortified cereals, and occasionally consume liver, your total intake could easily exceed recommended upper limits without you realizing it. A much safer way to ensure adequate vitamin A is through beta-carotene. This is the precursor form found in colorful fruits and vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, kale, butternut squash, red bell peppers, apricots, and mangoes. Your body converts beta-carotene into active vitamin A only as needed. This provides a natural safety mechanism, significantly reducing the risk of toxicity compared to taking high doses of preformed retinol. Actionable step: review your supplements and diet. Are you taking supplements containing preformed vitamin A, retinol? Check the labels and dosages. Are you consuming significant amounts of fortified foods or liver? If you take cod liver oil, be particularly mindful of its vitamin A content. Consider shifting your focus to getting vitamin A primarily from beta-carotene-rich plant foods. If you have concerns about your bone health or are experiencing unexplained muscle aches or fatigue, discuss your vitamin A intake and supplementation with your healthcare provider. They may recommend a blood test to check your vitamin A levels, especially if you've been supplementing for a long time or have risk factors for toxicity or bone loss. Don't assume more is better. Prioritize safety and balance. Vitamin B6, the unexpected nerve damager. Now let's turn to vitamin B6, pyridoxine. This one might seem different because, unlike vitamins A and E, vitamin B6 is water-soluble. We're often told that excess water-soluble vitamins are simply excreted by the body, making them relatively safe. While this is generally true at typical dietary levels, it's not entirely true when it comes to high-dose supplementation of vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is heavily marketed for energy production, brain function, mood regulation, and nerve health. So you'll find it in multivitamins, B-complex formulas, energy drinks or shots, memory supplements, and products aimed at reducing PMS or morning sickness. Because it's perceived as safe, manufacturers sometimes include very high doses. Here's the critical point. Despite being water-soluble, chronically high intake of supplemental vitamin B6 can lead to nerve damage, a condition known as peripheral neuropathy. This typically affects the nerves in the limbs, especially the hands and feet, and consequently, the legs. The onset is often very subtle, a tingling sensation, pins and needles in the toes or feet, numbness that might come and go initially, a burning or prickling feeling, loss of sensation, perhaps feeling like you're wearing socks when you're not, or difficulty sensing the ground properly beneath your feet. As the neuropathy progresses, symptoms can become more pronounced and debilitating. Increased difficulty with balance and coordination. Ataxia. You might find yourself stumbling more easily or feeling unsteady. Muscle weakness, particularly in the lower legs and feet, making walking feel laborious. A feeling that your legs are heavy or don't respond properly. Increased risk of falls due to impaired sensation and coordination. This is devastating because the very supplement someone might be taking to boost energy or improve nerve function could, paradoxically, be damaging those nerves and robbing them of strength and stability. People experiencing these symptoms might worry about serious conditions like diabetes, which can also cause neuropathy, multiple sclerosis, or circulation problems without ever suspecting their B6 supplement. How much is too much? The established tolerable upper intake level, UL, for vitamin B6 for adults is generally 100 milligrams per day from supplements. However, nerve damage symptoms have occasionally been reported at lower chronic doses in some sensitive individuals. The real danger lies in cumulative intake. Consider this scenario. Your daily multivitamin contains 25 milligrams of B6. You also take a B complex supplement with another 50 milligrams. Then you add a brain booster or energy blend that contains an additional 50 milligrams. Suddenly, you're consuming 125 milligrams per day from supplements alone, exceeding the upper limit without even realizing it. This can happen easily if you're not meticulously checking labels on everything you take. Worryingly, the nerve damage caused by vitamin B6 toxicity isn't always completely reversible, even after stopping the supplement. Some individuals may experience lingering numbness, weakness, or balance issues long-term. Actionable step: scrutinize every single supplement, energy drink, or fortified product you consume. Look specifically for vitamin B6, pyridoxine, and note the dosage in milligrams, mg. Add up your total daily intake from all supplemental sources. The best and safest way to get vitamin B6 is through a balanced diet. Good food sources include chickpeas, liver, consume in moderation due to vitamin A content, tuna and salmon poultry, chicken and turkey, potatoes and other starchy vegetables, bananas, fortified cereals. Check labels for amounts. If you are experiencing any symptoms like unexplained tingling, numbness, burning, weakness, or balance problems in your legs or feet, it is crucial to speak with your doctor. Mention your vitamin B6 supplement intake specifically and ask if a blood test to check your B6 levels would be appropriate. Early detection and cessation of high-dose supplements offer the best chance of reversing symptoms and preventing permanent damage. Let's pause for another quick reflection. Thinking about nerve sensations, please share in the comments. Type 4 if you've occasionally experienced unexplained tingling or numbness in your feet or legs. Type 5 if balance has become more of a concern for you recently. Type 6 if this information about B6 toxicity is new and surprising to you. Sharing helps normalize these experiences and encourages proactive health management. The bigger picture: aging versus avoidable harm. So we've looked closely at vitamins E, A, and B6. The overarching message isn't that these vitamins are bad. They are essential nutrients when obtained in appropriate amounts, ideally from food. The danger lies in the potential for excessive intake through supplementation, often accumulated unintentionally from multiple products over long periods. It's incredibly important to challenge the automatic assumption that every twinge of weakness, every moment of unsteadiness, or every bit of fatigue is simply an inevitable consequence of aging. While aging brings changes, some of these symptoms might actually be signals from your body that something else is amiss, perhaps related to your supplement regimen. Gradual muscle weakness, nerve issues, compromised bone health. These can significantly impact your quality of life, your confidence, and your ability to remain independent. Attributing them solely to age might prevent you from identifying and addressing a modifiable factor like supplement overuse. What should you do now? A clear action plan. Knowledge is empowering, but only when paired with action. If anything we've discussed resonates with you, here are clear, proactive steps you can take. 1. Become a supplement detective. Gather every single vitamin, mineral, herbal supplement, multivitamin, or fortified product you take, even occasionally. Read the labels meticulously. Identify the presence and dosage of vitamin E, vitamin A, note if it's retinol or beta-carotene, and vitamin B6. 2. Calculate your total daily dose. Add up the amounts of these specific vitamins from all sources to understand your actual daily intake. Compare these totals to the recommended dietary allowances, RDAs, and the tolerable upper intake levels, ULs. You can easily find these online or ask your doctor/pharmacist. Be aware that many supplements far exceed the RDA. 3. Consult the right healthcare professional. Schedule an appointment with your doctor. Ideally, seek out a geriatrician or a functional medicine practitioner if possible, as they often have deeper expertise in the unique nutritional needs and sensitivities of older adults. Take your complete list of supplements or the bottles themselves to your appointment. 4. Discuss symptoms and request specific tests. Be open and honest about any symptoms you've experienced: leg weakness, fatigue, balance issues, falls, tingling, numbness, bone density concerns. Specifically ask your doctor if blood tests to check your levels of vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin B6 are warranted based on your intake and symptoms. These are not always part of standard blood work, so you may need to request them. Bottom, prioritize food first. Make whole foods the foundation of your nutrient intake. A varied diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats like nuts, seeds, avocado, olive oil, and whole grains provides vitamins and minerals in a balanced, naturally regulated way that your body handles best. Supplements should supplement a healthy diet, not replace it, and should ideally be taken under guidance. Don't forget the movement factor, the inactivity trap. While we're focused on vitamins today, it's crucial to briefly mention another significant factor impacting leg strength: inactivity. Even if your vitamin intake is perfectly balanced, spending too much time sitting can lead to muscle atrophy, weakening and shrinking in the legs, reduce circulation, and contribute to bone loss. Modern life often encourages sedentary behavior, watching television, reading, computer use. While rest is important, prolonged inactivity works directly against maintaining leg strength and balance. Weakened leg muscles make everyday tasks harder and increase fall risk. The solution isn't necessarily intense exercise unless you enjoy it. It's about incorporating consistent movement into your day. Take short walking breaks around the house every hour. Do simple chair exercises while watching TV, leg lifts, ankle circles. Practice standing up from a chair without using your hands several times a day. Incorporate gentle stretching for your legs. Consider activities like Tai Chi or water aerobics, known for improving balance and strength gently. Think of movement as essential medicine for your muscles and bones, complementing wise nutritional choices. Closing thoughts. Reclaiming your strength. We've covered a lot today, and the intention is not to cause alarm, but to empower you with knowledge. Your strength, your mobility, your independence. These are precious assets worth protecting. Recognizing that seemingly innocent daily supplements could potentially contribute to issues like leg weakness or balance problems allows you to take proactive steps. It shifts the narrative from passive acceptance of aging to active management of your health. Listen to your body's whispers, the subtle changes, the slight hesitations. Don't dismiss them. By reviewing your supplements, focusing on nutrient-rich foods, staying reasonably active, and having open conversations with knowledgeable healthcare providers, you can take meaningful control over maintaining your strength and stability for years to come. Aging is a part of life, but how we age, how strong we remain, and how independently we live is significantly influenced by the choices we make today. Your legs carry your freedom. Let's work together to keep them strong. Now that you have this information, taking action is key. We'd love to hear one small step you plan to take. In the comments below, tell us. Type 7 if you plan to review your vitamin E supplements. Type 8 if you plan to check your vitamin A sources, especially retinol. Type 9 if you plan to calculate your total daily vitamin B6 intake. Sharing your intention can help solidify your commitment. Thank you so much for joining us today on Elderly Stories. If you found this discussion helpful and want more expert insights tailored for seniors, please give this video a like, share it with friends or family who might benefit, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future episodes. Until next time, stay informed, stay strong, and take good care.